Okay, guys, so here's an example of a poetry analysis. I did this on the subway. So notice right here, I put my identifying information, I put my peer editors, Liam and Gavin, and I put what kind of analysis I'm doing. This is important. Look at the menu because each analysis piece has its own instructions, so follow those instructions. I have my title, and then the tone analysis calls for you to list different tones and list examples from the text. I also highlighted this line break. This signals that the line broke right there, and I took more than one line from the poem. So he could take my coat oh, I need to fix that. So easily, my briefcase, my life, right between my and briefcase is where the line breaks. You put a slash there. Same thing down here. Okay. So then going down here, this is where I see a lot of issues. Okay. In her poem, comma, on the subway, comma, that's in a positive because you're telling me what the poem is. Okay. If you just said in her poem, comma, Sharon Olds, blah, 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 but you're not, you're putting the title. So because you're inserting that extra information, you have to set them off with commas. The commas go inside the quotation marks. Notice that they're inside here, okay, and outside here because it's not part of the phrase. Poems and short stories need to be in quotation marks as far as their titles go. Novels and plays can be italicized. So if this were a play or if this were a novel, I would italicize, but it's not. Okay, so I'm going to leave it in quotation marks. All right, I have my device that I'm analyzing. I have my UT. This may not be perfect, but it's the best I could do in this short amount of time I have. I start going into my examples right away. I integrate it into my sentences, comparing his quote casual cold look to that of a quote mugger. Notice that I broke up this quote into tinier pieces to make it flow better. So when I read it out loud, the speaker at first judging him, comparing his casual cold look to that of a mugger. When I say that out loud, it sounds like one sentence. That's what you want. So that's how you seamlessly blend quotes. And then over here, in one with nefarious intentions, hiding under hooded lids, again, period inside the quotes, comma inside the quotes. The only time you have it outside is if you're doing a parenthetical citation. If you were to add the author, then you'd have the period outside, but not in this case because we're not citing the source, okay? Down here, I have this quote: "Take her life so easily, her briefcase." I'm sorry, take her coat so easily, her briefcase, her life. Notice that I changed the her because I used to have it say I, or I'm sorry, my. We don't want that because it'll be awkward, the blend. So we're going to change words. You put them in brackets when you change the word. Well, this is a substitution. Up here, I do that too. And then I keep the line break because I have the whole line as my quote. If you're only taking like up to here, then you wouldn't need the line break. But because I'm using that whole chunk, I'm keeping the line break to signal the structure of the poem. And then I just kind of left off from there because I think you get the point. But there it is. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to put it on Google Classroom.